Hi, I'm Omni-Ista. This is my first video entry, and I just wanted to start doing a video vlog on my HCG diet. And I had a bunch of people that I had been watching their videos, and I learned a lot. And I thought, well, a lot of people were asking me what I was doing and what I was taking, and it took a while to explain everything to them. So I just thought maybe the best thing to do would be to do a video clips so that I could send them individual ones or the whole series. And then that way uh, I wouldn't have to sit, for long periods of time and write everything down. This way it would be easier. So a lot of the video blogs that I do follow, they tend to run a little long. So I'm gonna try not to do that because I know, you want to go through and watch people's videos, but you can sit for hours doing that, and that's not my intention. So I am actually, I have been taking HCG drops. They are available as an injection as well, but they come in many different kinds of brand, and you can get them in many different varieties of ways, although my particular choice has been the Omnitrition ones. My sisters had been on the diet and they had been successful on it. They wanted me to be on it, and I just didn't go on it for a long time. But they have been really successful, particularly my niece who was on it and has lost, last time I heard, 80 pounds, but she's probably much more than that now. And I chose to go on it due to the fact that we moved from the Pacific Northwest down to California, and I was already kind of heavy. I've been married 28 years, and well, almost 28 years, and we have 4 grown children. The youngest is still living with me, and my husband came down here for a job, and when we moved, I was pretty active doing a lot of gardening, and I had a job, and we did a lot of activity outside because it just, that's what we did when we lived up there. And we had a huge yard, so it would take me 2 weeks just to weed. And when we moved down, we bought a house that didn't have very much of a yard, but I thought, great, we're moving to Southern California, get lots of exercise and get outside. And I just didn't anticipate how hot it was and how many times I would get burnt and how often I just had to stay out of the sun. So I joined a gym, but that didn't really work out for me. And I just kind of got sedentary, and it was my own fault, I admit, but I did gain, since I've been here for 7 years, I've gained 40 pounds. And I'm having problems with my hip and my knees and my feet. And I'm done. I wanted to do something about it, and I could see that my sisters who have the same body type, it was working for them. And my husband got another job, and so now we're planning on moving back to the Pacific Northwest. So as it is, he's up already working at the job, and I'm down here with my daughter, and we've had the house up for sale. Hasn't sold yet, but eventually here it will. And I figured while I was down here, I'll go ahead and start the diet plan, and I just won't tell anybody other than my daughter. And if it fails, then that way I don't have to explain anything to anybody. And so I went. First, I planned on doing the 21 days to see how it went. Typically, when I go on a diet, I can lose up to about 20 pounds, and then I I stall, and it can stall for months, and I never lose anything at all. And then after that, so then eventually, of course, I just quit. And I may hang on to that weight for a while, but eventually it creeps back up. And then I decided to do this, and my intention was to do the 21 days and see how it went. And I was assuming by, you know, most people's accounts that I'd be about the same rate. And I didn't know if I could handle it and all those reasons. But anyway, I went ahead and started on it. The first phase, though, I got to the 21st day, and it really wasn't hard. And I just thought, I'll just go ahead and keep going. And so you can go anywhere from 21 days to 45. And I went all the way to the 45. And you're not supposed to go any further than that before you go into phase 3. So I went at 45 days, I had lost 33 pounds. And I felt so much better. And I pretty much said, okay, I'll just go ahead and go in phase 3, which my husband had been on low carb diet, and he does great on those, but I never do. I will maybe lose a small amount of weight, and then I just kind of plateau. So anyway, the intention on this was to go on the phase 2 and then go on to phase 3, which is more like a low carb diet, and maintain your weight between 2 pounds, and then do that for 21 days, 3 weeks, and then start another phase if you choose to. But if you choose, you could continue on phase 3 if you need to. And my intention was to do the 3 weeks and then go on to the next phase, which is right where I'm at right now. And I did the 3 weeks. It ended last week. And then I started phase 2, round 2. And so I am just starting that. And this time my daughter has decided to do it with me. So she's on her first round. And I just figured I'd cover this and explain what I take. I'm going to go ahead, and this one may be a little longer than most of my videos will, but I wanted to show what I use, and then anything beyond this I'll just explain in little mini videos so that you don't get overwhelmed. But the first thing I wanted to show you was the product that I take is the Omni-Ista Omni Drops. And the main reason I started taking it was because my sisters were taking it, and they were doing well. My one sister had taken a different brand and didn't like the taste of it, and so this one doesn't have any taste as far as I can tell, and the addition of B12 in it was encouraging to me. So I do have a little bit of a problem with low iron, and I go to the doctor on a regular basis to get my blood checked on that, and I've had that since I was really young. It's never really, I mean, I take iron pills, but it kind of fluctuates a lot, and so I get monitored for it. But last time I went to the doctor, I told him I was going to go on this diet, and he okayed it, but I had to come in a little bit more often to get my blood checked. So, and it's actually been great. So I've done really well. He's been more than thrilled that I lost that kind of weight. So what else? Anyway, the brand of the actual drops are the Omni Drops. I got those through the mail. I can order them online, and I'll give you the link for that if you're interested. You take these like three times a day. I do it first thing in the morning before I eat. You're not supposed to have anything to eat 15 minutes before or after you take the drops. So you would take the 10 drops underneath your tongue, hold it there for 30 seconds, and then swallow. And then you wait another 15 minutes before you eat. So you do that, and then you'll do it again before you eat lunch and dinner. then that particular product with the Omni Drops, that is necessary for the diet. But and I was a little blown away by the price of it, but I calculated it out and figured for 45 days, which it does last for, that pretty much it does go that long. So when I calculated out per day, it wasn't bad, and I thought I spent a lot more on other diets, so I figured I was only going to try it once and prove my sisters wrong, but I was wrong. So anyway, I did start with just those, and I did that for about a week and a half because I found out that there was a couple other products that would work really well for me and address things that I thought were important. So I ordered those, and it took maybe after the first week I noticed them, and then half a week later I got them. So after about a week and a half I started using those as well. They're not necessary for the diet, but they are advantageous anyway. But the Omni 4, I use that. It's like a liquid multivitamin, and it has B12 in it as well. But I take that, an ounce of that in the morning, mixed with water, and drink it. It's orange flavored. It tastes pretty good. And I think it absorbs a little bit faster than the regular vitamins do. But I really like it. It makes me feel a lot better. And honestly, if I wasn't on the diet, I might order it alone because it does seem to work really well for me. And being that I already have problems with iron anyway, I probably would choose to get it anyhow. So the other option or item that I get is excuse me, is the nightlight. That I take, you have to take it 3 hours after your last meal. So there's been a few times where I've accidentally eaten a little late, and then I look at the clock and go, I won't go to sleep until 11:30 or something like that. But typically you do have to have that 3-hour window after your meal and drink and anything else on your stomach. So I take this with like a teaspoon into some water and drink that down before I go to bed. And it pretty much, it doesn't really knock you out like melatonin or anything like that. When I get up in the middle of the night, which I typically have to because I drink a lot of water from this diet, it doesn't disturb me from getting up, from waking up, and it allows me to go right back to sleep, which is definitely one of my problems. I can, if I get woke up in the middle of the night, I have a hard time going back to sleep, but not with this stuff. And if I don't get a full 8 hours sleep, it feels like I did. So it's been giving me a little bit more energy, and I really like the product. And I do recommend it, but like I said, both of those last two products are not necessary at all. And I think there may be another product I might look into getting as well, but I am doing my research on it to see if I really need to spend that kind of money. But either way, I'll let you know if I do. And I think I'll end it here, and hopefully you watch the rest of the videos and get some information. Thank you.